Hi! In this demo video of FormTitan and Salesforce, we will concentrate on the FormTitan's button control and see all the options we have for it. Okay, so first thing we have to do is obviously drag a button over. By default, it's going to be the submit type button, which will submit your form. However, that's not the only type we have. So let's start. We have the reset button. That type of button, I'll just change the caption to reset. That type of button will reset the form, so it's just like the form being reloaded again. Let's bring in a text box and a drop down and see what it does. So if I publish that, click view, we can see that I can type in something and I can select something, let's say third choice, and I can come and reset all the selections I've made. It's just an easy way for the user to clear all the selections. Let's move on and see what other type of buttons we have. So we've got reset and we've got print. Print is pretty straightforward. It will print the form to the user. It's just like right clicking on the form on the browser and selecting print. No point showing that. Let's move on and say draft. Draft allows you to save the form, the state of the form as it is now, and come back later to fill it in. Let me show you what I mean by that. So I'll save that and I'll come and I'll refresh the page. So let's say I'm entering some text here, 1, 2, 3, and I don't have the data to fill the drop down yet. I can say, you know what, save the draft, I'll come tomorrow and I'll finish it. When you click save, we are asking you obviously for your email, so you can enter your email, click send, and we'll send you a link to continue to finish the form when you are ready. So you can close this form and come back later to do it. So let me just copy this URL, I'll close the form, and then I'll open another tab and paste the URL in, and voila, you can see my selection is there. So that's what the draft button does. The next type of button is dummy. Okay, the dummy button, I'll just call it search and you'll see in a minute why. The dummy button doesn't do anything. When you click on it, nothing will happen. So if I'll save that and come here, I can click search as much as I want, nothing happens obviously. But it's quite useful, especially when dealing with the Salesforce operations. So let's see an example. Let's bring in from input the email address, and then from advanced the full name, like so. Now what we want to do is, if a contact is in our Salesforce, when he enters the email address or when she enters the email address, we'll bring their full name. So let's do that. I will go to Salesforce integration, map fields, and I'll click add object. And here I'll select the contact object because that's what I want to bring. Again, you are not limited to any type of object. You can use any object in Salesforce, including your own custom ones. But what I want to do is I want to bring the by email. So when the email in Salesforce equal to the email on my form, and then I will say map fields to map the first name and last name. So bring me the first name from Salesforce to my first name field and the last name to last name. Perfect. So let's click apply and apply again. And now if I save that, you can see that if I come in and I'll just paste an email that I have on my Salesforce, and I can click search and it will perform the search. Now this button is dummy, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't actually do the search. The search happens as soon as we leave the email field. That's the way FormTitan knows, because it is in the condition. So for example, if I'll put the number 1 here and I'll click away, we still do the operation. It's just that the user doesn't know that they need to move away from the email field to perform the search, so we give them a dummy button. Okay, so that's the dummy button. Let's see what else we have. We have Salesforce action. So this time, we don't really want the user to click anywhere to perform the search. We would just want them to do the search if they click the search button. So I made it a Salesforce action, and here I can set an action to run. This time I don't have anything. That's because I need to go back to the Salesforce action, and it can be push or get and make that action using custom button. Let me show you. I click map fields and I click edit, and here I tick the using custom button option and click apply. That's it. Now I can come to the button, click set, and add my operation. You can add as many operations, get or push, and return the value for a push or the ID just created, for example. After the action, you can actually go to a specific page if you've got a page break. You can send emails, you can redirect to another URL, and so on and so forth. So let's see how this works. So we go back to our form, and I'll put my email, I'll click anywhere, and you can see that nothing is happening. But when I click search, now it happens and we find the contact. So that's what the Salesforce action button does. It's quite powerful, really. So you can create objects in Salesforce, update them, and so on and so forth. Okay, what other types of button we have? We have something called Visual Composer. Okay, I'll just name it PDF and you'll see exactly why. And let me just move it up here so I've got a bit of more space to put in the Visual Composer control. This is basically to generate PDF out of your form. Okay, so I've got something already set for me. I'll show you. This is what I've set. I'm saying thanks full name, and then we'll contact your email address and showing you the email address you have entered. So the user can preview the PDF before they submit the form by clicking on PDF. So let me save that, and if I refresh the page, I've got PDF. I'll put email address and I'll put the name. Now obviously the get doesn't work because I changed the button, but now I can click PDF and the form will bring the data. I just need to reconfigure the PDF probably because I've deleted some of my fields. So let's do that, and I'll bring full name, and let's do that, and bring the email. Don't want the space, click apply, and save. And now if I've done everything correctly, it should do the trick. There we go. So you can see the PDF is pre-generated for them, and they can zoom in, zoom out, they can print it, and so on and so forth. So that's the Visual Composer type control button. And next we have the Go Next, Go Prev, and Go to Page. Those are all to do with the page break control. So let's make this Go Next. I'll make it next, and I'll drag over a page break control. I'll add a new page. In this page, let's put an image, just so we know. And here we'll put a button to say go previous page. And we'll add another page, page 3, which will have, let's say, a signature and maybe a button to go to the first page. So this button type will be go to page, and then you can select which one, page 1. Okay, so this one go to the first page. If I go back to page 2, I've got a previous page button, and if I go to page 1, I got a next page button. So let's see all of them in action. So if I run that, obviously I don't have any mandatory fields, so I have to click next. I can go back, I can click next again, and next at the bottom, and then assign, and I can go back to the first page. So that's what all these type of buttons do. Okay, so let's go back and let's see what other types we have. So we have all those. Now we have another button. So if I change that, instead of first page to reset, and the button type is reset signature, I select which signature control to reset, and now I can basically clear out the signature I've just signed. Let's see what we mean by that. So we'll go to our third page. I'll sign the signature. Let's say the signature is not correct, I want to reset it. You just click the reset and it goes, and then you can sign again. You can also double click on the signature to reset it. Okay, cool. So we've seen quite a few types of buttons. What's left? What's left are the condition button. The condition button is the last one in our types, and that basically allows you to show or hide fields when you click on the button. So let's say show data, for example, I'll call it, and I will want to show all these controls, or sorry, let's say hide data. Let's be easier. Hide data. Click set, and then all I do is I'll say bulk apply, hide to everything. Click apply, and then if I save that, I can reload the page, and then I can click hide data and everything disappears. It's as simple as that. Obviously you can have another button, show data, and everything will show. Let's do that. So I'll bring another button, come here, make it a bit smaller just so it fits on my page. I call it show. Again, it's a condition, and I'll bulk apply everything to show. Click apply, and then if I save that, refresh the page, so I've got hide data. Really show should not appear, but let's forget that for the time being. So hide and then show will show everything. So that's how you can use the powerful button control of FormTitan to perform many wonderful actions. Thank you very much.